Get ready for two managers, a takeover, a Wembley win and the playoffs. If you thought that last season was a roller coaster ride, this season is pure white knuckle. It was déjà vu in the Waddington suite. A new season and the unveiling of another new manager. The appointment was a complete surprise to many. Gary Megson, the ex-Stockport County boss, slipping into the Stoke City hot seat at the 11th hour.
Like I say, I'm delighted to be here. Stoke at the moment is a big club that's not doing too well at the time. So somebody somewhere will be in charge of Stoke when it rises and it gets back to being what everybody knows it can be. And I'd love to be the person that's in charge of it when it does that.
If Megson was a surprise, the next appointment was a complete shock.
Obviously, I'm delighted that Gary's asked me to come and help him here at Stoke City. The role I will be taking will be one in just helping him with all aspects of the football side of the club. That's from the top to the bottom. And it's a role in which I envisaged quite a while ago and planned as my next port of call in my career. So I'm delighted to be here.
Even the mower fell silent at the sight of John Rudge at the Britannia Stadium.
Just over that way.
Stoke City had acquired its first director of football.
I'm sure that if we can just get it going, then it'll be tremendous to be aboard when it is going.
As Gary Megson headed off to the training ground, John Rudge surveyed his new domain. Gary Megson was keen to use his limited preparation time before the first pre-season fixture against Bolton at the Britannia Stadium. There was a warm welcome from the crowd, and as John Rudge took his seat in the stand, Gary Megson set about exercising his vocal cords. Bolton took the lead just after the half hour through Einar Gudjonsson. But Stoke managed to hit back in the second half. Paul Connor getting the equaliser. And 90 seconds after that, Dean Crowe popped up to get the winner. Stoke claimed the scalps of Wrexham and Newcastle Town, and coach Nigel Pearson joined the staff. Premiership side Newcastle United arrived for the final pre-season fixture, but the Potters weren't overawed by Shearer and co. It was a long-range effort from Frank Dumas that opened the scoring in the 41st minute. But on the stroke of half-time, Stoke were level, with trialist Anders Jakobsen heading home. Half-time, it was Stoke City 1, Newcastle United 1, and Stoke came out fighting in the second half. However, in the 67th minute, substitute Steve Robinson scored Newcastle's winner, and Megson had lost his first game. But he wasn't downhearted.
Nigel Pearson turned to me when I think there was about a quarter of an hour to go in that second half and says, if we can get it going here, there's nowhere better. The crowd were on the feet, the singing and the shouting was brilliant backing for the players. And I think both the players responded to the crowd and the crowd responded to the players, and that's the kind of atmosphere that we hope to try and create here.
The opening month saw 7 games, with not a lot to set the world on fire. 1 league win, but into round 2 of the Worthington Cup. Oxford United were the visitors to the Britannia Stadium for the opening game of the season, and Stoke had a couple of early chances. The first fell to Keane, and the second one to Kavanagh. Oxford United countered just before half-time and Murphy headed home. At the outset of the second half, Kevin Keane was unlucky. But it was Graham Kavanagh from a long ball from Robinson that brought the Potters level. It was Kavanagh's first of the season and the opener for Stoke City. But with 12 minutes of the game remaining, Beecham provided Anthrobus with Oxford's second. Stoke should have equalised, but Connor's header was brilliantly saved by the keeper. Stoke City 1, Oxford United 2. Stoke travelled to the Moss Rose to take on Macclesfield Town in the Worthington Cup first round first leg. And in the 10th minute, a cross from Taff from the left was headed goalwards by a defender. Quick thinking Kevin Keane opening the scoring. Stoke were nearly 2 up on the stroke of half-time, but Connor was denied by defender Rioch. It was the night before the eclipse, but the Stoke management team didn't have chance to enjoy the view. They were getting nervous, and with good reason. Priest nodding home a 77th minute corner. One all on the night. Next stop was Preston at Deepdale, and manager Gary Megson made it crystal clear what he expected from his players.
The players have got to, they've got to stand up and be counted. They've got to perform, and they've got to accept that if they don't perform, they won't be in there. This isn't a rest home for you know, those donkeys that you get on Blackpool Beach that become too old. They go somewhere, and Stoke's not going to be one of them.
In comes the corner kick, up goal the heads, 2 white shirts meeting it. Keane heads it back in. There's a chance here, and it's over the bar, and it's in fact a good block by David Lucas, but real pressure from Stoke City in the early moments, Andy. It's not offside, and it's in. Well, some mix up there, but North End concede their first goal of the season in Cup and League, and after 9 minutes it's North End 0, Stoke City 1. And it comes, it's David Ayres on the edge of the box, setting himself, shot coming in, it's in from Kurt Nogan. That's the one we wanted. 7.5 minutes played in the second period, North End on level terms. As North End have a corner, and it goes, Murdoch's there, yes, from Colin Murdoch, and that's the goal that that man thoroughly deserves. 35 minutes played in the second half. Preston North End 2, Stoke City 1.
Millwall came to the Britannia Stadium and Stoke got their first league win of the season. In the 6th minute, an O'Connor effort was cleared off the line to create a was it or wasn't it situation. But there was no doubt on the quarter hour when Peter Thorne notched the first of his 30 for the season. Millwall thought they were level 4 minutes into the second half, but the goal was disallowed for a foul on Gavin Ward. A minute later, Aston crossed from the byline, and the fearless Connor dispatched number 2. The Potters' 2-goal lead was pulled back with 15 minutes remaining when Bircham nipped in to convert a right flank corner. But with 10 minutes left, Connor was fouled in the penalty area by Dolan. And Kavanagh made no mistake from the spot kick. That gave the confidence-boosting 3-1 victory.
Yeah, that's what we needed. I mean, like I said, we have been playing well and we just needed the 3 points, so yeah, it's good.
1 or 2 changes in the team today. Little O'Connor in the midfield, bit of a terrier,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think that's what we needed really. I mean, someone can push on and Ginge can like win tackles all day, so that's what we definitely needed.
Macclesfield put Stoke out of this competition last season and looked like doing it again after a poor first half second leg performance by the Potters. Macclesfield had a goal disallowed before Stoke found some urgency. On the hour, a surging run by Kevin Keane set up Paul Connor for the opener. The second came in the 69th minute, a Kavanagh corner and Thorne heading home. "15 minutes from time came number 3. Aston's cross, Thorne at the far post, Connor for O'Connor. Excellent hold-up play by Connor, knocking the ball back for O'Connor to score his first goal at senior level. There might have been only 5,000 watching, but they thoroughly enjoyed the final result.
2 games, 6 goals, 2 good results. So they're going in the right direction, but we've still got an awful lot of work to do.
The Potters suffered a not altogether deserved defeat at Turf Moor. Andy Payton managing to slot home the only goal 15 minutes from time.
To get the nod from a lovely flick there by Branchy into Andy Payton. Oh yes! He's done it! We knew he'd do it, and he's done it, and my goodness, he's deserved it.
Gillingham came to the Britannia Stadium for the first of 4 meetings this season. Gary Megson was booked by referee Uriah Rennie for encroachment. But we had to wait until the 87th minute for Lars Sigurdsson to put Stoke on the scoresheet. Sigurdsson out-jumping opponents and teammates to head home. Manager Megson knew it wasn't all over and was desperate to get the message across. In the 93rd minute, Taylor equalised for the Gills, not the last Gillingham goal to come in added time. Gary Megson was not a happy man.
To get done again on another set piece that we've brought them in on a day off and worked on is a crime, and I think we've thrown away 5 points by this stage already.
After 5 games, the Potters were lying 19th in the table with 4 points. September saw just 1 defeat from 6 games, and the Potters coming into contact with Premiership Sheffield Wednesday in round 2 of the Worthington Cup. First up for September was Cambridge United at the Abbey Stadium. Connor struck first in the 19th minute following Thorne's approach work. A Lightbourne own goal just after half-time level matters at 1-1. In the last 10 minutes, Oldfield got Stoke second. And in the 86th minute, the skillful Thorne made it Stoke City 3, Cambridge United 1. Saltergate against Chesterfield, Kyle Lightbourne kick-started his season with his first goals. The opener was a header from a keen free kick in the 50th minute. In injury time, a delicate lob gave him and the Potters the second. The Chesterfield cameraman missed Kyle's celebration, but gave us a panoramic view of our fans celebrating and the Spyrites fans leaving. Although the second round first leg of the Worthington Cup against Sheffield Wednesday was goalless, there was no lack of excitement. Stoke were denied a penalty. Peter Thorne was denied by the woodwork. A superb Gavin Ward and the woodwork denied Sheffield Wednesday. But Wednesday striker Andy Booth had no one to blame but himself for what must have rated as the miss of the season. Stoke entertained one of the promotion favourites at the Britannia Stadium, and it was Wigan who drew first blood with a little help from Nicky Mohan early in the game. At the start of the second half, Kyle Lightbourne tested the keeper with a powerful shot. A minute later, he found himself on the score sheet with a powerful header to level the score at 1 each. Rumours of an on-off Icelandic takeover bid and the inevitable threat to Gary Megson were rife in the city. But Megson's earlier lukewarm appointment had now turned into growing support. Stoke couldn't compete with their first leg achievement, and the Hillsborough crowd rose to acknowledge Wednesday's opener in the 5th minute from Alexanderson. In the 25th, it was De Bilder who made it 2. A second from Alexanderson after the hour made it 3 for the Owls. But it was a cavernous special 15 minutes from time that produced a 3-1 scoreline. But it also meant that Sheffield Wednesday were into round 3. Racecourse Ground Wrexham was Stoke's next game and a 5-goal tally. Wrexham took the lead in the 6th minute through Carey. But Stoke hit back with Thorne's 5th of the season in the 28th minute. Five minutes after the break, Lightbourne made it 2-1 for Stoke with the help of a deflection. Kavanagh had this one disallowed. Did he use his arm? The referee thought so. And Peter Thorne went close to getting his second from this free kick. But it was Nicky Mohan who got his first goal for Stoke and his first game as captain, 12 minutes from time, with this powerful downwards header. In the 83rd minute, Lowe-headed Wrexham a lifeline, but Stoke held on to take the game 3-2. After 9 games, it was a top 6 spot with 14 points in the bag. On to October, when the Potters were undefeated in 5 league games, but lost to Blackpool in the FA Cup. Scunthorpe held out until the final minute in front of 13,000 fans before the industrious Connor notched the Potters winner. The next item could be classed as the kiss of death, especially as the club's future was so uncertain. The Manager of the Month award for September. On receiving the award, Gary Megson was as forthright as ever.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on getting your speech right after half an hour's rehearsal.
This is more just a bad headache.
A dour first half against Reading, but the action was more interesting in the second. O'Connor presented Forster with the opener, playing him onside in the Stoke penalty area. Fortunately, in the 67th minute, Mohan volleyed home like a born striker. But with 15 minutes to go, Kyle Lightbourne came in with a challenge, a second bookable offence, and he was shown the red card. But it was a keen free kick on the right, and Anders Jakobsen rose to squeeze his header past the keeper and give Stoke a 2-1 victory at the death. Jakobsen managing to salute his father, who was watching in the stand for the very first time.
I felt that we're starting games okay, but we're not really playing with the zest and the enthusiasm, the passion and desire until we actually go a goal down or something happens to galvanise us, and that's something that we've got to stop.
We got back into it, and then it was could we win it? And the way we've been going at the moment, yeah, we couldn't, and we got that second goal. Yeah, as you say, unfortunately, it was a silly pass, really. I mean, I had the chance to clear the ball, clear my lines, and I didn't. And checked back, and then the ball's run away from me. And unfortunately, I've played your man in, and you can't be offside when the opposition plays him in. So he's finished well, but I mean, I held my hand up. It was my fault. I was just delighted we got the win. And the two boys, Nicky and Anders, have saved my bacon there.
It's nice to see two central defenders getting on the score sheet, isn't it?
It is. To be honest, now it wouldn't have bothered me who scored today. As long as we got the victory, that would have done.
Off to the south coast to meet Bournemouth, the Cherries at Dean Court. 24th minute of the game, Robinson picked out and he picked his spot in the far corner. Bournemouth 1, Stoke City 0. Steen should have made it 2. Clark moving forward, getting into a good shooting position with the left foot. His first senior goal, 1 each, a point for the Potters. But someone else who had to take the point was Nicky Mohan. A clash with striker Fletcher, the red card, 5 minutes from time. Ninian Park and Cardiff's 22-game unbeaten run at home is about to be halted. In the 23rd minute, Peter Thorne at the far post heads the Potters in front. Legg equalised for Cardiff in the 41st minute, but then with 6 minutes to go, James O'Connor struck for his first senior league goal. Cardiff 1, Stoke City 2. Rain and a slippy surface welcomed Wrexham to the Britannia Stadium, and 2 second-half goals won it for Stoke. Gavin Ward was commanding in goal all afternoon. Stoke's first goal came in the second half, in the 57th minute. Keane across, O'Connor prodding out the left leg. Second one, ball laid for Kavanagh, he's through, but was there a Stoke player offside? Was he interfering with play? No flag, no decision by the referee other than it's a goal. Graham Kavanagh was delighted with his goal. But what did he think of O'Connor's? You wanted it to come.
Fluke. I'm only messing. No, he done brilliant. As I say, we've been practicing on the set pieces, but Ginge was actually supposed to over that. And the first man was supposed to go with James and what have you, but he didn't. He hit it first time. I thought, what are you doing? Next of all, nestled in the bottom corner, so it was brilliant. I'm delighted for him as well, because it took him a while to get his chance, but he's certainly taken it. He's playing really, really well.
Graham told me that if the ball was played to me, just to leave it for him, to step over it and let him come on and smack it. So when it came to me, I just stuck my left foot on the end of it and thought, sure, see what happens.
I'm trying to get the penny to drop for a few of the players, that games aren't about we have a shot and then they have a shot. We've got to make sure that we have a shot and then they get nothing and then we have another one. And hopefully we'll, like I said, we'll improve.
It was a great team performance today from the lads, and you know, the gaffer's instilled this confidence in us, and you know, he keeps us on our toes, and you know, we just keep grinding away at games, and you know, at the moment we're getting our just rewards, but we just got to keep it going.
Stoke out of the FA Cup in round 1 at Blackpool.
A lot of movement in the box towards Murphy now with a header. Murphy down here. Yes! Carlisle followed up. The ball headed in. Lightbourne now, edge of the box, blocked by Carlisle. Hammered away by Clarkson once again. Stoke throwing everybody forward. You've got to do. Chance here now for Nolan. Goes round the keeper. Chance for Adam Nolan. It's a goal! That's finished it.
At the beginning of the month, Stoke were third in the table, and prior to the Notts County game, the Icelandic takeover had been confirmed, the deal being finalised on the 15th. At that point, we'll know Gary Megson's fate. Keane was foiled, sliding in at the far post. But in the 22nd minute, slack defending presented Dyer with the winning goal for Notts County. Lightbourne was foiled twice by keeper Darren Ward. This second one, a scintillating effort from the Stoke striker. But in the second half, it was the bandaged Jakobsen who put in a header, only to see Ward deny him as well. Stoke City 0, Notts County 1. Stoke drew 0-0 at Bury before the Union and Icelandic flags were announcing the Icelandic takeover. The new chairman, vice-chairman and Icelandic ambassador were present for the Bristol City game. But what do the fans want from the new owners?
Money, players, Premiership.
Gary Megson, I hope. Mystic Megson is still the manager, eh? So he'll fill me in. I want a quick word before the match.
I think there's a lot of fans on the sidelines now waiting to see how things develop and mature, and I think Stoke can move forward now.
3 points for Stoke today.
Stoke took the lead in the 67th minute. Moen header. Is he giving us a clue there as to whether this is Gary Megson's last game or not? Six minutes from time, Bristol City got the equaliser. Tinian, lovely lob, Ward off his line. Stoke City 1, Bristol City 1.
We'll have to wait and see. I don't believe it's my place to be saying what the football club holds in future for me or anybody else. There's a press conference tomorrow at 10 o'clock where you will find out what I already know.